Hello guys, welcome to VIP-bet Odds Analysis Show. We are back later in the week. Today on Thursday. It's impossible for us to be here on Friday, so we're gonna do it a bit earlier. Let's go through the bets we spoke early in the week. The one that already passed because we had Serie A during on the midweek. Lazio won. It wasn't so easy as expected, but they managed to win. In terms of the price, when we were speaking, the price was around 175, 179, probably the best odd available. Uh, it didn't close very far from it. It's like 171, 172 average odds, so not huge move. The game was on the road, so and the market didn't gave so much credit to Lazio here. Even I believing that 165 would be the fair price. But they won it, so those that take it as punter was a good one. Um, about Premier League games that we spoke. Let's start by the first one that we spoke on Tuesday. Watford versus Stoke. At the time, we were referring again that Watford is a team that we should expect always to do goals, especially to big teams, but also on this kind of game that they're gonna have versus Stoke. But on the other side, they are also very weak in the defense. It's very common on Mark Silva teams, especially because he doesn't have the money to invest on all the sectors of the team. So it's normal that he prefer to have like players that give him credentials for quick transitions and efficient up in the front, as he has been showing. So 185 was at the time the price for both teams to score. At the moment, as expected, you can't find better than 175, and I think that it can go even lower, 170. So for those that take it, I think that you should stick with it. It's the kind of bet that I'm gonna have to on my bet slip for the weekend. So I think you guys should do the same. The other one is Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Here, we also expect that the price of Chelsea goes down. It's a bit earlier today to evaluate that, but we're gonna speak about it early in the week next week and see if there was a big difference or not. Early in the week it was 165. Now it continues more or less the same. You still can find 162, 163, so we can't say that there is a move yet. But I believe that it's gonna close very close to 150. Chelsea as well. They won a big morale versus Watford with that turnaround, and Bournemouth at the moment is a very weak team, and I think that even playing at home, they don't have like the skills to stop this Chelsea. Chelsea gonna have more space than usual because Bournemouth is also they are pointed to the wall at the moment. So 165, 162, 163 that you can find now, or even if you want like to have a Niger Hall like 190, you can go to the Asian handicap minus 0.75 or even minus one. However, here I prefer the money line. I think that to be a game in the road, a narrow win is more expected than a win by 2 goals. Um, the next game that we also spoke, that one the value was already dropped. Leicester versus Everton. Leicester has a new coach now, and Everton continue their disgrace also with a new guy. So Leicester at the time minus 0.25 open very big, like 2.12. At the moment you still can find it 1.9, and for me it's the bet here. In terms of value, I think that is still valuable. I don't expect a huge move, uh, but at 1.9 for me is still a bet for the weekend. So, and probably I don't know if you guys also follow the articles that usually VipBet has on their website with a rundown about all the best values on Premier League. So you should follow it. Usually is available around Friday night or Saturday morning, and usually you have there like some words about each game. So it's a great read for the weekend too. Uh, about the other game that the value was there and the market is completely against our thoughts is Burnley versus Newcastle. So at the time we were speaking about it like Burnley versus Newcastle. The game is not even as sportsbook think here, but the truth is that the market, well, they are thinking completely the opposite, that Newcastle is favorite. So uh, at the moment, early in the week, Burnley draw no bet or Asian handicap plus zero was paying around 199, and now you can find it 211. For me, is also a very good value. It's true that Newcastle is doing amazingly. Is a very tricky team to play with, uh, but Burnley at Turf Moor on their own, well, on their home, they are not an easy team to beat. And this draw on a bet looks, well, I wouldn't say a big bet, but it deserves a shot for sure. There won't be many games on the road that Newcastle will manage to win, and especially on Turf Moor, I think that it's going to be very difficult to them, even with Burnley with a couple of injuries on their turf, with their fans, with their crowd. This 2.11 with the draw safe, definitely that is the line to take on this game. Uh, the two games that we didn't spoke early in the week, but that the value there was some value, but it's more related with not expecting so many goals as bookmakers here is on Man United versus Tottenham. It's a very tricky game, both with midweek game. Man United is, well, they are perfect and they are experts on doing cagey, cagey games versus top teams. We saw it versus Liverpool, and here versus Tottenham, also one of the teams that with more the team with more clean sheets in the league. Um, the under 2.5, if you can find it around 185 close to the game, because at the moment is not, but usually the public market always back the overs on these kind of games. The under 2.5, 185, 186, it's available line to approach the game. I'm not expecting so many goals. The win is very important for both, especially for Man United that plays at home. So here the under 2.5 could be available in case it raises a little bit. At the moment it's a bit, well, there was a little drop, so we need a bit more, I need higher hard to call it a bet on this one. The last on Premier League, Crystal Palace versus West Ham. Both teams on critical stage, and even I believing that both teams to score are going to be a winner, and it also has a good odds. Here I prefer the over 2.25, an over that in case of 2 goals is just half lost, and in case of 3 goals is a winner as over 2.5. It is priced around 1.9, and for me is the line here. I think that it's safer just because one of the teams, they are such on a critical stage that one of them could collapse during the game, as we already saw them doing this season. So here I prefer just to stick with the over and not a split with both teams to score. I think that it's the correct approach, and it really should be profitable on the end of the 90 minutes. Uh, so the last one, it's a game that we already spoke to, but even with more value, Bordeaux versus Monaco. Like I said to you guys, Monaco is not so strong as last season. It's easy to see that, but Bordeaux is also not a giant, and with a draw no bet option around 2.0, Monaco also deserve a shot. That is the only bet outside of the Premier League. We're gonna try to always to focus more on Premier League. That is usually where we have some edge on the top European leagues. So, but this French one, well, the midweek on Serie A was also very good, and I think that this team on the road is also a very good shot for the weekend. So we have plenty of lines. If you need to recap them, just see the video again, or let us a note, and we can also do a summary to you on the comment section. Um, So, and I will see you next week, early in the week. I hope you guys have very good bets. Don't forget that the Tipster leaderboard that was postponed from last month is gonna start. You have it here. Let me just try it here to. Uh, as I told you, I already signed in on it, but the VIP-bet had some technical problems, so it was delayed for December. It's gonna start on 1st December, and you see the prize pool is around 1k, and for sure that it deserves a shot from all, all of you. So guys, have a good weekend, very good profits with your bets, and I see you next week.